Should I give a quick update on my prep and then we'll leave it, and then we'll do a separate, we'll do a part 2 for questions, guys. We've seemed to get quite a good amount of questions in today.
Have you? I didn't get many.
Yeah, I'll double check. I saw a few come through, so.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be part 2 for the questions. So my prep, I am now 13 days into it, so tomorrow will be obviously the second week. This morning I was 189.75 pounds. So I started at, I was 197 before I went away, and then I actually started prep at 193 because I dropped a bit of weight while I was away, which I expected to do. So since then, 193 down to 189, so I'm like £4 down in the space of the first couple of weeks, which is spot on. I expected not to really lose any weight in the first week, just based on the fact of getting back into routine, obviously getting back from holiday, getting back to training day food. I was actually really full in the first few days because I was like having to force feed myself again.
We actually spoke about in person. Like, you realise when you go away,
massively.
The case of eating like 5 meals, more so from a structure standpoint of like every 2.5 to 3 hours. When you're on holiday, you eat like every 5-6 hours.
Yeah, I was eating
it's fine.
On holiday. I was eating at like 8:30, 9, 1, 2, and 7, 8. And then like that was it, and they were all just big meals.
Yeah.
Like, and then obviously coming back home and eating at 9, 12, then post workout, which is usually about 4:30, then 6:30, 8:30. Yeah. It's like fucking hell, I'm full. Yeah. Like I was really full in the first few days, and obviously that's on even less food than I was before. I was thinking, how was I doing it? Like, it's just what you get used to.
And also training, like just having a week off from training, those training demands drop off.
Yeah.
And then appetite usually kind of regulate based off that.
That's similar to what we were saying earlier, though, like adaptation. You know, when like clients will go like, "Oh, I wish I could eat X amount of calories." And it's like you have to earn the right. You have to work your way up to that. Yeah. But yeah, basically, I am 189 or 189.25 was my lowest, which was yesterday morning, not this morning.
Yeah, it's funny. We said to me 101. Like, I'm 101 kilos. Like you were saying 189.
Good for you, mate.
No. I'm not saying it. More so, mate. Imagine if you were to not like, you were like, oh, I think I've got 90 pounds. I've reached, fair play. Yeah, reached 100 pounds. Reached 100 pounds. That's impressive. Yeah, just for reference, I'm 101 kilos, Finn's 189 pounds. I'm 223 pounds.
No one cares, mate. No one's asking you. This is my part.
Mate, people have already clicked off the video for this. No one cares about 13 days into prep. Finn Kelly, the natural bodybuilder.
When you talk, I let you talk. When I talk, you can't. You have to put in because you're just so self-absorbed.
I'm not sure about that, mate. It's my ADHD. I just can't sit still.
Yeah, you're supposed to have no energy, mate. You're supposed to be lean. You shouldn't be talking. You should be sat there.
I'm running off my adipose in my lower back.
You have got a lot of adipose.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Everyone else tells you that you're
finish the prep update, mate.
Yes, people. Hopefully everyone's enjoying. If you are, please head over to Spotify and give us a 5-star review, and make sure you follow along for more podcasts.
There's nothing. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, do they? No. 2 weeks in. Everything's sound.
13 days.
Yeah, 2 weeks in tomorrow. Yeah. I reduced my food Sunday, so I made a slight reduction there, which was really not a lot. It was a case of taking away 2 crumpets in my first meal, so it was like pretty much it was about 40 carb. And then other than that, I increased my steps on training days from 10,000 to 12,000, just because I was finding that I was going over 10,000 anyway, just by my routine and what I wanted to do. So it was like getting up, going on a walk outside, coming back home, doing cardio, then going on a walk on the indoor treadmill, and then basically cracking on with check-ins, short walk, pre-workout, post-workout. By the time I got home and went on a walk in the evening, I was hitting like 11 and a bit thousand anyway, so I was like, I might as well just increase that to 12. So yeah, that's that. Cardio's been the same, 35 minutes every morning. But I'll keep everyone updated because I know that people care.
Yeah, people do care.
Yeah.
Like, even though we joke, and I joke, say no one cares, people do care. We should put more content up regarding like prep updates.
I think we forget because it's for us. It's just so normal. It's like, I've reduced my food a bit. Like,
mate,
it is what it is.
Like, I'll put my body weight in the morning, and I'll get like literally multiple people say, please continue with this. And it's like, I will do when there's an update, but I don't need to put up body weight the same. Like,
I did that, didn't I? Throughout, I did that throughout my entire prep and throughout ages in my off season.
People get invested in that.
Like, mate, 100%. The amount of time that people are like, you haven't posted your body weight. Like, I find it mental that people actually care, because it's, especially in the off season, it was the same every day. Like, it went up gradually over time, and I used it.
The same every day in the off season. You could have done off season hard enough.
I used it as mainly for accountability for myself, to make sure that I wasn't eating like an idiot and gaining 3 pounds in a day because I had a big off-plan meal. Like, that's kind of why I did it. But obviously, people liked it as well. But yeah, it is something that I think, looking back, like when I last competed, I put out a lot of content. I'd post pretty much every day about what the plan was that day and how I felt and stuff like that. But that's because I had a lot more free time.
Yeah.
Like right now, realistically, I don't have the time to post loads about each meal.
And also, you don't really need to at this point. Like, I personally would say, like,
I still think we'd both benefit from it.
I think definitely so. But I don't feel like if you actually quantify what a prep is, like, you're not really prepping till the end, like when it's actually day-to-day treats.
Have you seen how lean I am?
Yes, sure.
My back is leaner than yours.
Okay. So basically, guys, it's just a diet start. Like, so it's not going to be about that many.
Mine's difficult.
Finn's difficult because it's natural. So I can just ramp up Clen, T3, T4. I can technically think and use Yohimbine, but yeah, you're not going to use it.
It's not good for you.
Yeah, we use Yohimbine.
I've tried it before. But
have you?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Really? When did you try it?
This was like.
Yes, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to see more of the podcast.
I'm pretty sure it will have been in my first prep.
Really?
I'm sure I did.
Well, when you say you didn't like it, you didn't like how you felt? Or
It was literally just like, I felt like my heart rate wouldn't come down after I'd done cardio and stuff, and I was like,
fair enough.
I don't really want to have to keep using it. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, this is really bad, I feel awful, like, and I'm not like an anxious person, so it wasn't like, oh, I'm so anxious.
Yeah.
But I was almost like, I almost quite like the fact as well that I don't really want to use it.
But it's not going to make a massive. If I was natural, I wouldn't be using just Yohimbine.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I quite like the fact that like, if I don't have to use it, why would I use it? You know what I mean? Like, and I think if you're going to do it, I'm not saying like, obviously, yeah, you can use Yohimbine, but there's loads of stuff you could use.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, yeah, but do you need to?
Yeah.
Probably not. So, if I'm really behind, this will change. And in 6 weeks when I'm
But do you
miles
really
behind,
think, like, if you are miles behind, you wouldn't just... Because my mentality would just be like... And I think it's how we both have always been in the sense of... Because we came from, like, natural roots of bodybuilding. No, you just be like, well, I'll just do it more. You know, like... I had a few clients... I've had a client actually this week say to me, talking about, like, he was natural, he took some stuff before... And he was like, maybe I just need a bit of a boost. And I listed out everything that he could take relative to his goals. And I was like, but why do you need to do any of this if we could just look and think, right, well, you've got food to pull off and you've got cardio to do and you could just train harder. Like, in most situations, instead of thinking, oh, yeah, I'm going to take some to this, I'm going to take some Yohimbine, could you not just say, right, well, instead of doing 35 minutes cardio, I'm just going to ramp up to 50. And then if 50 isn't what I'm going to do 60.
Yeah, but the thing is as well, like,
if that gets 100 calories.
If that gets to the point where your food is sort of crazy low, and your expenditure is crazy high.
But then that's the prep that you've mismanaged. That's not
I was going to say, I think Yohimbine makes it worse.
Yeah.
I don't think it comes in and makes everything amazing. I think it makes it worse. I think you rely on it, you become slack with other things.
Yeah.
Stress is higher. You're anxious about it. Like, in my opinion and in my experience, from what I've heard from other people, clients that I know that have used it in the past, not from my recommendation, it just seems to cause more issues than it's worth.
Yeah. I quite like it. I like it within synergy of other compounds, but I wouldn't ever take it on its own. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I'm dieting, let me throw the Yohimbine in, you know.
That's what people do.
Yeah.
And the reason that they do is because they go, oh, well, I can get away with it. Because I'm allowed to take it in natural fed, so I'm going to. It's like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, but even then, like, I saw someone who started a diet and he was like, day one, like, Clen, Yohimbine, and like, injectable L-carnitine and growth hormone straight away, like, deployed straight away. It's like, you start a diet, like, you've got so much to play with. Like, I can understand.
What about T3 and T4?
No, I don't think you've got T3 or T4. That's what you should have done. Yeah. That's everything. That's, oh god, you've got everything deployed there. I just think, like, in most situations, like, you almost have to question, but unfortunately people don't. People just say, oh, what can I do? And it's not, okay, when can I deploy it relative to the goal and the need? And then that's when you run down into problems long term.
I also think it's that, like, people almost just want to try it.
Yeah.
So, like, oh, like I'm dieting, that gives me an excuse to see what it's like to have Yohimbine. It's like, it's really not going to make a massive difference. No. Like, it's not one of those where you're going to take it and go, oh my god, like, and you're fucking burning.
But people say that about anything, whether if that's Yohimbine or like a PD. Like, have you ever heard
anything?
Have you ever heard me go, oh yeah, bro, I can tell the Anavar's gone in? No, you don't notice anything. It's,
well, we always say this, don't we? It's the same with anything on social media. It's all overly hyped, whether it be a new product, whether it be like
you're taking like testosterone.
Yeah, whatever it may be. Like, it is just marketing, isn't it?
Yeah. And you can't distract from hard work. That's why natural bodybuilding prevails. Stay natural.
Yeah, like that guy yesterday.
What guy?
The guy in the gym.
Oh God, we shouldn't mention that.
We won't go into it.
No, that was bad. We had a guy come up to us and
We won't
ask
mention
us-
it, and then you go into
No. So people know. We had a guy come up to us and ask respectfully our
He didn't come
opinions
to
on
us,
his
he came up
phone.
to you
He
because
came
you're
to
a
me.
big steroid juicer.
Steroid juicer.
Big steroid goblin. He didn't come up to
He
me.
came up to me
He
and
went, "You're a
he
good
asked
natural
me
human."
what he should do because he's been taking a cycle that was like very, very slow. And he couldn't walk after pinning himself for the first time in both quads. Like, just decided, yeah, bang, straight in there. He's like, yeah, sound perfect. So I was just like, yeah, don't do that again, please, mate. You'll be sound. Right, that's the podcast.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up there. Don't do what
Don't
that guy
pin
did.
both
Don't
quads.
pin both quads. Just pin once. That's what it is. Don't do what he does. Quarter
And
it
stay natural.
and stay natural. Yes.